everybody, and welcome to the sucky round of the Yu Yu Hakusho Let's Play, which is entirely fitting because this was probably the suckiest part of the show. I mentioned that while I do love the Dark Tournament, it's probably my second favorite out of all the, I don't know if it's my favorite or second favorite, it's the second best well-written, I guess. Of the arcs in the show, this part of this particular arc was, I hated it. Hated it. And, so here, continuing off the thing of Hiei having a wounded arm, Kurama is sort of, you know, he knows that Hiei is not going to let it show because of his pride, and he's telling him, you know, you should resign, I understand how you feel, and Hiei is like, oh, we don't have a choice, and neat little scene, and I like that they included it in the video game just for context and stuff. But the whole point of this round is that Yusuke and company the whole tournament is against them, and the demons are not against cheating in order to make sure that they lose, so they get these two away from the main field and try to kill them, I think with, like, this special kill robot that the leader of the team that they're supposed to be fighting right now, Dr. Ichigaki, has set up and placed in the woods to ambush them. Because they can't do the kill robot thing in this game, you just fight the two characters themselves, these little nasty demon jaguar people. And so in keeping with this being a really sucky part of the show, first of all, the two really cool fighters, Hiei and Kurama, get sideswiped by this, you know, random robot. That's kind of dumb. This is kind of a sucky thing in the game, too. I tried my best to fight these guys, but Hiei is also incapacitated a little bit, where his spirit powers aren't necessarily working all that well. Like, there's a move, the reason I keep jumping up in the air is there's a move I'm trying to do that it won't really let me do. I think I pull it off, like, right at the end of this fight at some point, which I will have to replay, I think, yeah. But that's okay, because this is a short round, so, excuse me, this is a short, yeah, I guess this is a short tier of the tournament, so I was allowed to fail a couple times, and I did. There we go, okay, this is what I'm going to discuss, and what a lot of people were mentioning in the comments, along with this being a quote-unquote hard game. There's too many ring outs. You're going to see a shit ton of ring outs in this particular round of playing the game. Along with me just really not doing very well, because for some reason, I don't know, I guess was not on top of my game today. But, so yeah, why does this part of the show suck? You see why the game's kind of cheat. You can get a ring out so easy. They can toss you out of the ring, you can toss them out of the ring, and that's it, you know. And, look at that. See, as soon as I transformed, boom, didn't even get to fight him. He would have been dead. I would have killed him. So why did this show suck here? You can kind of tell why the game is annoying. There we go. That's the Fist of the Mortal Flame attack that I've been trying to do, and I finally got one off there, but now I have no energy to ever do another one for the rest of the round. So getting back to the show kind of blows here because the team that they're fighting is, surprise, surprise, another human team. And they're like, wow, I thought we were the only human team in this tournament full of demons, and it's like, well, kind of. We'll see here in just a second. Thankfully, we won that round, so... But yeah, the short version is that this evil, nasty troll thing that you're gonna see with this enormous chin, he's got, like, this chin could eat Leno's chin, I think. He basically put these mind control parasites on the backs of these three human characters here. You can see, one of them shirtless, so you can see the parasite attached to his back. And, so Dr. Ichigaki, that guy right there, got rid of the other two demons, so they're off in the forest fighting his robot, or in the game here, just fighting the two characters that are controlling the robot. The three human characters here are fighting against their will. They have these parasites attached to them that control their brains and also make them cry blood later, which is kind of creepy. So it's a moral dilemma of, can we kill these guys? Can we fatally wound these guys because they're good people? They can't help what they're doing. And you think, okay, that's kind of neat. It goes on for like 4 episodes straight. 4 episodes, like 3 or 4 of this fight, and the stuff leading into and out of it. And it was just unbearable, where Yusuke is like, we have to kill them and put them out of their misery, there's no way they can be saved, like they can't remove the parasites, or permanent or something. And so, I also did my cheat thing where I just jumped in the air. So you're going to see a lot of ring outs in here, because ring outs are really way too easy to do in this game. It's kind of cheap, you just automatically lose if you get tossed out of the ring like that. So, in this battle, Yusuke is arguing that they should kill them, put them out of their misery. And Kuwabara is saying, no, they have to be saved, and Kuwabara gets the shit kicked out of him. because he refuses to hit these guys. You know, he's like, I know you're in there somewhere, you're good people, because after a certain point they do they break free of the control just enough to say, there's another ring out, just enough to say, kill us, and they start crying blood, and so they start begging for them to kill them, and look at that! Did you see that? Kuwabara was in that round for 2 seconds before I got hit. So his Genkai, I immediately got the fuck out of the way. I'm still gonna lose this round, as you can see, though. Partly because I hate fighting. I discovered I do, in fact, not like fighting with Genkai. She's not as bad as Kuwabara. I hate fighting with Kuwabara. I still rather have Yusuke, Hii, or Kurama than these two. And she's all I have left at this moment. So, but this is, the three of them fighting the three on the other side is pretty accurate, except of course in the show, as you can imagine, they're all in the ring together. And that ring gets tore up. There's not really a ring by the end of the fight. So, yeah. Short version is Yusuke is like, we have to kill them. Kuwabara's like, we have to save them. And Genkai is just standing there and kind of occasionally getting hits in. And we find out at the end, since they're not going to show this, we find out at the end of the match that Genkai has a technique that could have saved them. And that's what makes the whole thing irritating. It's like, why didn't she use that right off the bat? And she later says it's because, oh, well, it wouldn't have worked unless that they were completely pure of heart and completely innocent. Otherwise, it would have, you know, ripped them apart with the parasite because it's designed to get rid of evil, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I couldn't be sure until we really saw them, you know, wanting to be killed in order to save us, blah, 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 is cheap. It was, I think, definitely that this fight, even though the moral dilemma is kind of interesting, the way it was done, the way it was executed, was probably the shittiest part of Yu Yu Hakusho. Ouch. Oh, Genkai dies with a spirit gun in hand here. I'm glad I got her out of the way. I don't like using her. I believe I don't have to use Kuwabara in this fight. I think I kill everyone with Yusuke successfully, because yes, I cheat. See, look at this nonsense. Ring out. Next one comes in, I think I ring him out. No, I tried to, and it didn't work. The camera. That's another thing. With the ring outs, okay. That's kind of cool. You can destroy the stadium. That's nice. Look, see that? The ring outs all depend on camera angle. Like, if I just move forward in such a way as to get him out of the ring, like I'm doing right here, see, boom, like that. But if the camera had swept around so that we were on the other side, then when I hit him, he would have gone in the opposite direction. So it's kind of cheap. Anyway, I like that you can destroy the stadium. That's kind of cool. I mean, I know that's standard issue in a lot of fighting games, but at least it's there. So yeah, as much as I want to say this game is crappy and awful, and there are places where it's crappy and awful, like the ring out, and like, okay, Veronica Mars was on at the time, and I forgot to press this button because I forgot that it makes you do this. So eventually I'll remember. There we go. Yeah, I was paying attention. Anyway. So, after this happens, after, like, I swear, a 3-episode sequence of them fighting these guys and saying, we have to kill them, we can't kill them, we have to kill them, we can't kill them. They finally save them, and Dr. Ichigaki does this. And they make this an entire fight in the tournament here, because otherwise, yeah, otherwise it wouldn't be very long. As you notice, this round is short. This is going to be a short round of the Let's Play. But I wanted to isolate it, because I didn't do it very well in the matches here, and this was also, like I said, the crappiest part of the show, so I'll go ahead and isolate it away from the rest of the rounds. The next round is the Shinobi Warriors, the Elemental Ninjas, and that's pretty awesome. That was fun fighting, and it's a fun part of the game. So, but before we get to that, we gotta get through this crappy thing. So, yeah, this is an entire fight here. You get to use both Yusuke and Kuwabara, because this guy's pretty super powerful. But in the show, unless I'm remembering this wrong, Kuwabara is incapacitated because, like I said, he let those 3 mind-controlled guys whoop on him, and so he's completely out of commission, if I'm remembering right. And when Dr. Ichigaki does this transformation thing, the only one left to fight him is Yusuke, and Yusuke is so angry that, you know, that Kuwabara's soft heart was manipulated by this guy's, you know, dirty trick of using helpless people, that he just beats the shit out of him. This is not a fight in the show. He turns into a big monster. He's threatening for about, you know, 5 minutes, and then Yusuke just kills him. And so here I have to fight with Kuwabara, and I almost get myself killed because I'm that bad with Kuwabara, as you can tell. Like, he just doesn't move the way I want him to, and I hate fighting with this character. And I like spirit moves and stuff like that. I like aerial moves, and he can't do either of them very well. He's a brawler, he's a combo user, and I can't remember combos for this, because it's been a while since I played. Thankfully, Dr. Ichigaki was almost dead by the time I had to use him, so there we go. But yeah, so in the show, if you watch this part, Yusuke just kills him. Dr. Ichigaki turns into this giant monster, and he's just like, and he just mutilates him. It's not even a fight, but hey, it was fun making a fight in the game. Okay, so in the next round of competition, things get interesting. There's a lot of interesting story turns, and the nasty demons cheat Yusuke and pals out of a fair victory. So several times. So yeah, that'll be fun. And sorry for this brief and not as cool as last time Let's Play, but we're moving on in the story. So sayonara, bye bye.